By 1973, Ed Kemper's mind was spiraling. The killings were no longer enough. He was seeking an ending, a confrontation, a release from the decades of resentment he carried. And all of that rage pointed toward one person, his mother. Late one night, after years of psychological warfare between them, he crossed the final line. A line he believed would silence the voice that had tormented him since childhood. When it was over, the house went still. For the first time in his life, Kemper said he felt quiet.
And that's when I decided I'm going to murder my mother. I knew a week before she died, I was going to kill her. And she went out to a party, she got soused, she came home, went to sleep. I was woken up by that, came out. I walked up to her bed. She's laying there reading a paperback. As many thousands of nights before. And she said, "Oh, I suppose you're going to want to sit up all night and talk now." Shit. And I looked at her and I said, "No." I said, "Good night." And I knew I was going to kill her.
But the silence didn't last. The weight of what he had done crushed him. The killings, the secrets, the double life. All of it closing in on a man who had spent years pretending to be in control. So Ed Kemper did something almost unheard of in serial killer history. He picked up the phone and confessed. Not because he felt guilty, not because he feared being caught, but because the story he had been writing in blood was over. He called police, calmly explained who he was, and waited for them to arrive. The officers who'd once shared drinks with him now walked into a nightmare they never expected. Kemper didn't run, didn't fight, didn't deny anything. He analyzed his behavior. He broke down his own motives with disturbing precision. He spoke with the cold clarity of a man diagnosing someone else's illness. At trial, experts were stunned. He wasn't insane. He wasn't confused. He was terrifyingly lucid. Ed Kemper became one of the most studied criminals in history, not because of what he did, but because of how he thought. His story remains a warning. Monsters aren't always chaotic, deranged figures. Sometimes they are organized, intelligent, helpful, soft-spoken, and standing right beside you. Monsters aren't born in the dark. Sometimes they're raised there.